Leeds United. Anthony's Leeds United. They're plus 275. Hosting
Failed to
Brighton.
score last weekend.
Brighton's odds on the road here at Ellen Road. The draw is plus 260. Leeds offensive output has slowed down a little bit over the last 11 matches. It's just under 11 expected goals in total. So not the high flying Leeds that Anthony told us was going to show up and gate crash the top four this year. But
It's because they fired Jesse Marsh, right?
yeah, this
That was
is
supposed to fix it. But look, the people told me that he was the problem. I don't think he was.
Oh,
and
But they're in the relegation place right now.
it's
they are one above Everton right now.
Yeah.
On goal
not a good
difference.
place to be. Another match it's going to be a pass for me. Pretty easy one, I thought. But you two both have plays, or at least BJ has one, and Anthony, you're thinking about it. So
I'm waiting.
We'll start with you, BJ.
I love Brighton. Again, like I love their team total over 1.5, which you can find out there at even money. I don't really want to, I project a little bit of value on their money line, but I'm just projecting a lot more value on their team total, which I have projected pretty much right at 2 for them. I mean, this is a classic case. Like we've seen it in the matches against Liverpool. It's like when a team that loves to press high wants to try to press Brighton and they can just bait them in and just play right through them. I mean, how are they not going to do that yet again here to Leeds? And the Brighton offense, I mean, people are starting to finally like take note, like, hey, Brighton is actually like a Champions League level type club right now, the way that they're playing. I mean, since De Zerbi took over, Brighton's averaging over 2 expected goals per 90. In their last 7 matches, they have created 16.2 expected goals and 11 big scoring chances. And under De Zerbi, they have a plus 0.97 non-penalty expected goal differential per 90 minutes. Only 2 teams in the Premier League since De Zerbi took over at the beginning of October have a better, and it's barely. And it's Arsenal and Manchester City, the 2 teams vying for the title. Even last weekend, against one of the best low block teams in the Premier League, Brighton put in one of the most impressive offensive performances of the entire Premier League season. Put up 3.5 expected goals, put the ball in the back of the net 4 times, created 3 big scoring chances. And when Leeds has to face teams that are really good at playing through pressure, they tend to be pretty bad defensively. Against the top 5 teams in offensive pass per defensive action, they've allowed 9.3 expected goals in those 5 matches. And the last time they faced Brighton, albeit it was under Graham Potter and Jesse Marsh, Brighton won the match 1-0, created 2 expected goals. And that was before Mitoma and Ferguson were regularly playing inside the starting 11. So over 1.5, Brighton team total, even money. I project them for 2 goals. So I think it's a fantastic price on the Seagulls, who are, man, they are red hot right now.
Anthony, you have a little bit of a rebuttal here.
Well, I want to know, did BJ go and start a Brighton syndicate and not tell us? Because they have gotten steamed over and over and over again in the last month.
Yep.
And somebody in the market really likes Brighton. I like Brighton. You like Brighton. We as a podcast, we are a Brighton podcast. But, it's been like 30, 40 cents. I mean, some of it was Mitrovic when they played Fulham. But even last week against West Ham, they were minus 110, 15 most of the week, ended up closing closer to minus 150, 55. That's a pretty big move game day. This is not stuff that's happening throughout the week, but within the few hours before the game. So some pretty big money moving those markets. And I respect the market, and I respect Brighton. And I'm going to wait and see here, because I think if we get more market steam on the Seagulls, I will be hopping in on Leeds. So I'm anticipating potential occurring. If you like Leeds, I think it's worth waiting. And I think at that point, once we get that steam, you're going to be able to sell high here. Yes, I know that Brighton has been incredible. They put up ridiculous XG numbers and have been amazing. But I think they will get to a point where they are overrated in the market. And I think if they steam up to minus 140 here, minus 135 even, I will come back on Leeds at home. I mean, think about, they were just minus 110 at Palace. And now they're going to be a much bigger road favorite at Leeds. I do think it's interesting that Leeds can disrupt. Brighton, we've talked about this. They want to encourage you to press them and then try to beat you over the top with it. And it didn't work for Liverpool, but Liverpool's just not a very good press at the time that they played them. And I think Leeds are better out of possession, better work rate, and have disrupted, teams like United in home matches, especially. and Arsenal, even going back to the fall. So they have shown that they can do this against possession-y teams that want to invite pressure. So I think they can disrupt a little bit and do enough. But like I said, I'm waiting. If the market stays here, though, I have no play.